Hello, welcome to another episode of The Emerging Artist. Today I will share with you something that's kind of hard to share, and I want to do so because I wish somebody said that to me when I was really feeling it, and I feel like it would have made me feel seen and heard and validated. So today I will explore loneliness as one of the big challenges of being an independent artist. I know that this is a topic that may be hard for people, and I know that this is not just about being an artist. I know that loneliness is such a challenge of our times, and more people than ever feel so connected but also so lonely. We feel connected because we have the ability to reach people online, but we feel lonely because we don't nurture these in-person relationships and we don't spend time together and we don't talk to each other that much. So that makes me feel incredibly sad, and I am focusing on the impact of that on an artist's mental health because of the conditions of working as a freelancer. It's really hard not to feel lonely. Why loneliness is such a common thing in creative careers? Well, the very nature of working as a freelancer means that you don't have a team. You don't have a standard team. Unless you're really lucky and you work with the same collaborators for a really long time, you'll change your team project by project, and you don't have an office space, so you don't have like a space you go to and you know there's going to be people in there. And you meet new people all the time, which is very exciting. But at the same time, you don't have the time to explore these relationships and deepen them and find real connection. It's a social connection. It's like everyone's really polite, everyone's really fun and exciting to be around. But at the same time, it's not that you're going to turn up in a new gig or job and you're going to be like, yeah, I'm super stressed. I have my anxiety is like out of this world right now. You know, you want to be pleasant, you want to be kind of cool and all that stuff. So yeah, it's not a place or time to share deep and real things. And I wonder, how do you build a community and a sense of sharing and a sense of shared vulnerability if you only are surrounded by temporary roles, temporary relationships? So yeah, that is a big challenge. At the same time, maybe you work solo. You don't even have a creative team. You don't have a project, but it's like you're the creator, you're a choreographer, you're a songwriter, whatever, but the project comes from you. So it's very common that you can stay at home all day working. I have done this, especially I think after COVID. There was a moment of like, this is such a habit of mine that I kind of work on my laptop and I work from home and I can't really go outside. And that was something that I really have to fight up until this day, because it's such a habit for me to stay where I am and not even go out for a walk. And at some point I was like, oh, I've put myself into a lockdown. What am I doing? You know, so even if you're kind of alone working from home, I really encourage you to go to a library, go to a coffee shop, or go have a wander throughout the day. Like, you can go for 2 walks a day just around the block where you live. It doesn't have to be far. It's just something to get you out of the door and to kind of move you from that spot, because the longer you stay in that, the longer you feel like you can't get out of there. So for me, that was a big challenge and a big part of why I felt lonely, because there would be days that I wouldn't talk to anyone and I wouldn't interact with anyone. So I have made it such I make the effort to go out, to not just get my coffee from somewhere, but like to have a conversation with the barista, or to go in a shop and kind of interact with a person, and rather than just being super functional and super, efficient. This is what I want. Thanks, bye. So I try to get into the habit of having conversations and kind of connecting with people on a real level. The other thing I would say that does not help with loneliness is never sharing how you're feeling, what you're going through ever with anyone, because you want to appear strong and you want to appear, that you've got this and you're cool, and this is very understandable, but also it makes it way worse for yourself, and it makes you feel that there's no one else out there feeling like you. And imagine, like, it's not only you sharing, like I'm sharing right now, it's just helping others realize that they're feeling this way. So you're empowering them. It's not just about you and you're expressing yourself. I find this really helpful, and it's really helped me overcome the why. Why would I share that I feel lonely? Why would I share that I'm struggling with something? Oh, it's to help other people realize that what they're going through is normal and it's expected, and they're not alone in this. So how can we tackle loneliness apart from, what I've shared before? Go out for a walk, talk to your barista, talk to your favorite shop person. I think building community and becoming part of that community is our responsibility. We can't just expect for places to exist and us not going there, not interacting with them, hoping that they will find us, they'll draw us in. We also have to become an active part of the community as much as you're able, as much as your mental, emotional capacity allows you to. But I think it's really important to find these community settings, these cultural hubs, these places that people hang out, And on that, Olga and I are super, super excited to put together a series of marvelous events for a community to come together, to share and to experience things together. So I'm going to leave a link down below for you to sign up. Just express your interest in joining those events. They are going to be absolutely free. And our goal is to bring the community together and to create a place of reference, a point of reference when people can come. They can be with each other, and we can just have real conversations in real time and build stronger bonds together as a community. So stay tuned for more on that, but I will put the expression of interest below so you can have your say on what themes you want us to explore and what formats and what would you love to see out of these events, and how would you like to experience them? And the last thing I would say, it really helps to have collaborators, trusted collaborators. And it doesn't mean that you always have to do every project with them, but it's something that you create long-lasting relationships and you have a person of reference with you can discuss your project with them and you can exchange ideas. And it doesn't have to be transactional. It doesn't have to be like, oh, we're working on this together, so let's have a meeting about this. No, it can just be a casual coffee of, you know what, I have this idea, what do you think? Or this is what I'm working on. How does that look? How does that sound? So building this kind of network of people by true connection, by actual interest, not just fake networking and like, oh, I'm here for Instagram or something, but real conversations and casual, friendly chats with people who are actually interested in helping you and you're interested in helping them. And also on that note, finding mentors and finding places and support systems that work for you so that you know where to get help from, what kind of help you can get, and You know when to ask for help. It's really important, and it's really important the same way you care for yourself to care for the community, because the community is always going to give back to you. And this is literally why it exists. I'm very passionate about this. I know how big a challenge loneliness is, especially in artists, especially in the freelance world. So I want to do everything I can to ease that for people. And I want to create this support system and these places where people can meet and share the load. So if you have any ideas about what events you'd like to see, or if you want to sign up for our events, which is going to be again down the comments, so I would be so grateful for your input, and I hope to see you in one of our near future events. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.